Good morning. I just had a thought I wanted to get out there. So let's talk about shopping around. Let's say you're looking for a pair of shoes and you know that the shoes run about $200. I mean, I've never bought a pair of shoes for that much, I don't think, but people do it. I guess if if the shoe fits. Anyway, that wasn't funny. But let's say they run about $200. You found a vendor who has the shoe that you want and the color you want, the size you want, everything is perfect, but it's $200. And so you start looking around and seeing who else has this for cheaper, right? That's, I guess, the smart thing people do. They want to shop around, make sure you're getting the best deal, the best quality. And you find that vendor B over here has the same shoe, same color, same size, but it's $50 cheaper, and you're thinking, well, shoot, I'm getting the same exact thing, same product, same color, all of that. I might as well go with this one, right? I was thinking about that in terms of breeding today. I just wanted to talk to you guys directly, the subscribers to us, and let you guys know something that's been heavy on my heart because I have had a recent experience that have brought this up. When you're watching what we do on our page, everything is real, raw. It's just how we are. We raise the puppies in our homes, in our home, and we handle them daily. They get baths every week or more if they need it. They get photo shoots every week. I really like to be involved with them. We start with trialing trainings when they get to about 8 to 9 weeks old, especially if they're with us a little longer. Then we definitely start working on some training. We do crate training. We socialize them to as much as we can. While they're with us, we look at the Campbell's aptitude test, which isn't just Campbell's Family Dobermans, it's an actual Campbell's test. You can look it up. And the Volhard's puppy aptitude, I'm struggling with that word today, test to make sure that the puppies are going to the best homes depending on what each home is hoping for in their puppy. And because we do all of that, we end up with very well-rounded, loving, balanced puppies and our adults. So a lot of people follow our page, they see our adults, and they say, I want that. I want Sergeant, or I want Pepper, or I want my puppy to be like that. And let's be honest, that takes work. That takes time. That takes commitment and consistency to get to the final product. But a lot of it starts with the breeder. A lot of implementing that well-roundedness, the balance, the stable mentality starts with the breeder. So I have been struggling because not everybody's going to do things how I do it, and not everybody's going to, I guess, expect the outcomes that I expect with my puppies. But with recent events, I am really on the fence, guys, with allowing people to use my dogs, specifically Sergeant, since he's my only boy, as their father of their litters, because what's happening is people see what we do and they want what we got, and they want a puppy from our dog because of how our dog behaves, but they're getting it from a different breeder, whether it be timing, they just want it faster, they don't want to wait, or they feel like, oh, it might be a better deal and I still get the same thing. And that's where the shoe correlation or the analogy comes in, is it really the same thing? Other breeders might not be handling their puppies. There might be some aggression in there because of the lack of socialization. Other breeders aren't, daily one-to-one. They're not aptitude testing their puppies. And unfortunately, I'm finding this out after the fact, right? And I just want to be really cautious who has access to my dogs, because that can reflect back on us. So say Sergeant sires a litter, and out of that litter, they're not socialized, they're not handled the same way, they're not getting the same upbringing that we do in our home, but people think, oh, it's a Sergeant puppy, so I gotta have it, I want it. And then they end up with either a poorly balanced dog, a dog with behavioral issues, a dog with like aggression just because they're not, handled. That's what my fear is. So I just wanted to put this out there specifically to my subscribers to kind of have you thinking along that line. We might not be the cheapest. I know we're not, and that's okay. I also know what we do is a lot for some people, you know, as far as from a breeder standpoint. I've had people tell me, oh, I'd never do what you do. I would never do photos like that. I would never, that's too much work. I've literally had people say, is it worth it? What do you mean, is it worth it? We're developing these lifelong animals, our babies, for people's families. It should be worth it, absolutely. And they should get everything that they need to be successful, as well as the people who are purchasing the babies. And that is the other thing to think about too, guys. Just in this recent experience, I already have had situations where people are reaching out to me, asking me questions about a litter that I didn't raise, but it's because of sergeants, you know. So sometimes breeders aren't going to be available. They're not going to give you all the information you feel like you need. They're not going to, for lack of better words, they cut corners. And sadly, even though I try to make sure I'm only partnering with people who I feel like will do a great job, sadly it's kind of hidden, and I do feel like I've had the wool over my eyes a little bit. So moving forward, I just want you guys thinking about that, making sure when you're looking at breeders, really look at their stuff. Are they spending time with them? Are they socializing them? What kind of aptitude testing are they doing, if any? Are they raised in the home, or are they just kenneled all the time? Do they get any type of one-to-one? Are they crate training before they go home? Which some breeders don't crate train. I get it. It's a lot of work. But if my puppies are with me after, say, 7 weeks, they're in a crate, because I want them to start to be able to adjust to that and get used to being alone, you know, in a crate and going to sleep and having that calm time. It also helps with teaching them potty training, because typically even at 7 weeks, they don't want to use the bathroom if they can hold it in their little space. So those are the things that I would be looking at. I would also be watching. What are they posting? Is it only a couple pictures here and there where they look fancy? Or are they posting like how, I'm not saying they got to do what I do, but the raw, real footage of this is what it looks like. Sometimes they poop. There might be poop on the pad, but this is us playing with them. This is how they get excited to see us. This is their first solid meal, you know, stuff like that. Because if you're only seeing a couple fancy pictures, I would be questioning how much time is spent. What are you actually doing with these dogs? Because for me, it's my world. That's why I want to share it with everybody. Like, this is what I do. I think it's really cool. I think it's really sweet to watch them develop and mature from little nuggets to actual puppies that are running and playing and developing their personalities. And I just don't understand when people don't want to be a part of that, or at least share what they're doing. So just some thoughts. I'm not gonna hold you guys up too much, but I was just thinking about that, and I just don't want anybody to think they're getting one of our quality level puppies from another breeder and they're disappointed. Because it's disappointing to me, you know. But anyhow, I may actually not even be allowing Sergeant to be studded out anymore at all. I feel like he has 4 girls at my house that will have beautiful Sergeant puppies, and that's enough. I think that's well enough. Have a good day, guys. Of course, as always, let me know if you have any questions.